able to get that relocate. Now, it's not too bad of a shot. It might be able to get the tether whale. Just doesn't quite get far enough to get over to the other side of that cliff. Good. Yeah. 2 to 12. EP getting shut out by RNG. This is quite the debates here.
Yeah, it feels like I'm watching the game in reverse.
Radiant's
Okay, so
middle
maybe
tower
Gyro
under
is just
attack.
great, and Luna's just not to be very mediocre.
It was also a little weird that Ramsey's side wipe without the eye open. Like, aren't you just supposed to be running around
Radiant's
using your
middle tower has fallen.
kill creep waves and hit really fast?
I thought they were gonna play the same game.
Yeah.
This time around, they've actually leveraged their really strong tanky offlaner.
This for the Minotaur.
Whereas like last game position. Whereas like last game, I felt like they didn't really do anything with it. They just stuck them in the safe lane, and then they took like 4 bad fights in a row.
Yeah.
This time around, like they're much more willing to go for the 5-man or like the 4-man, roll through the jungle to take mid tower together.
Nice feed script. Tornado EMP, lots of damage. The arrow's coming out, but it's not going to land. And that may not be enough. He managed to get the imprisonment off. But why is Pasha committed for that kill? The tornado will land, though. It actually sets himself up just to die to no one instead. But at least Pasha will be the trade-off. Yes, I'm pretty sure Pasha is fully committed. About 10 minutes ago, he just was like, all right, this is going to be a blink and die game. I'm just going to be blinking and calling people and dying every single time.
So far, he's 100% right.
Yeah.
He read the situation perfectly. Part of it, though, is like the best part about Axe is like once you get Blade Mail, you sort of reset that for yourself.
No one hanging around. He's going to try and set up this relocate that's coming in. And Monet will indeed die. So that'll help get Ramses and Rogers back into it a little bit. The experience of that kill. That is the nice part, the sustain and such, and like Luna's so fast at being able to farm neutral camps that if they can just keep a pace of relocate, get a kill, farm.
Yeah. Just the
rinse
fact
and
that
repeat.
she's died like she has in this game, and she's still leading like she is in net worth, like speaks volumes about like how fast this hero can potentially farm.
And it says volumes about Gyro's capacity to farm without the IO, right? It's like the only reason he's close is because they're so far ahead in kills and towers.
But it's still only 5-4 to 13. It's just a very different VP than the one we expect.
Very different.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures.
Straight for the mech. Ooh, the pick off from the courier. And he's gonna still get it. That should have been flown out of his vision a lot faster.
Radiant structures are
That's not gonna be fun. Little stuff like that, that's gonna chip away at RNG's lead.
top tower.
You know, you may have the net worth lead, but if you can't actually get the items into your inventory, then game's pretty much dead even when it comes to these fights. They're trying to set up a push right now. At the bottom tier 2, they have the Gyro and Murata, who are gonna just kind of push in that mid lane a little bit and rotate down. Make this a full 5-man, knowing that they're probably stronger right now and they have to be afraid of the no one Invoker setting up. I mean, that was a big problem, right? The Quaswex Invoker that no one displayed last game, he was getting so many pickoffs. And in part because RNG was not playing a whole lot of 5-man. So here in this game, when they're 5,000 net worth up, it's like, just group up and go for that tower.
Who do you think is going to win this game?
I feel like it's RNG. For me, it's like 60-40. But we'll see. We're about to see an Axe loot, and I don't know if that's good or not. It is pretty incredible, damage-wise, but
I think it's really good when the enemy doesn't have any like hard way to kite you.
yeah.
And I think
And
it's also
no like pipe and stuff
Yeah.
like that, like heavy sustain items.
plus like even though there's a BKB, those heroes are like relatively static. I think it's not the worst pickup I've ever seen. In fact.
on him. Going for the fast pickoff onto Solo. Triple leaps his way to make sure he gets in range of the Yule Scepter, and it doesn't even result in the kill.
Dude, he threw that arrow like from not very far at all.
Yeah. And it's only a level 2 arrow because he's gone more levels in leap. Because if you only go 1 level of leap and you use your triple charges like that, it was terrible.
Yeah, you're
Because
just
the
out of
recharge
commission
time
for
is so
Okay,
slow.
can you imagine if Solo died after that?
Yeah. But Solo is actually pushing pretty forward and will manage to get the Fiend's Grip on him. And RNG, they can't actually turn around fast enough to save him. All their abilities are just too slow of a reaction, nor should they go for it, especially with the relocate possibilities. It's actually a pretty clean play by RNG. Only giving up the Mirana here. Roger almost dying. Snap back onto no one, but
gonna
he should be
chase through?
fine with that definite blast. Gyrocopter's going to be able to catch up to him at some point, but there's still the Ghost Wire. With maxed out Wax, you're going to be moving pretty fast.
I think the one thing they lack right now is definitive catch. Aside from like the Mirana.
Okay.
On the side of RNG. I
Yeah.
feel like it's really easy for VP to just like run circles around them. Quasix Invoker, or you just Ghost Walk as Invoker.
Yeah. Like Fire Blast is not great catch because the range is so low. Even when you get an Ether Lens and you're 100 cast range talent, it's not something you're going to feel super good about starting a fight with, you know. But it might just be enough to be able to catch Solo here. As I think he was out on perhaps a defensive warding mission, but he cut through some vision already laid out by... or actually, no. He actually didn't cut through any RNG vision. Well, Monet almost has that Aghanim Scepter. A faster BKB for him this game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It seems like he really likes that PKB in terms of getting it early just to like secure
Yeah.
later. I don't really quite understand. It's like one of those like weird preemptive BKBs. It's like, I don't know if I'll need it, but just in case.
And it makes me wonder, like, how much of this is about the team they're facing and how much this is just going to be his style of play for this TI.
I think it might potentially be a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah.
It's like-
I definitely feel the idea that this is going to be more effective against VP than other teams. Like, if you're doing this early BKB against, like, classic EG, greedy EG who's trying to
Yes.
split you up, like, you're going to feel terrible about that item.
Or you could just run them over in like 20 minutes.
Or, yeah, that's true.
But VP, I don't know. Doesn't feel like they're a team that just loses in 20 minutes over.
Oh,
Oh.
a three-man call with the blade mail out,
The
and that is
blade mail.
the Aghanim Scepter coming out from Afo, blowing up two. Might be able to catch Monet as well. He does have the Moonlight Shadow as well as the BKB still going up, but first he's got to get the Shrine. Roger, not hit by that arrow, but neither was he able to actually get that kill on Monet right away, but the relocate over to the other side. Monet's got nowhere to run to with the Cold Snap as well as the Battle Hunger on him. He just stops and starts over and over and over again. That is a fight that VP sorely needed. Pasha coming in big time, and that is one of the things that I feel like separates good offlaners from truly great offlaners, is having just a hell of a time in the first 10-15 minutes, not getting jack all, and finding an opening like this.
Man, that was so sick.
Yeah.
Look at that timing of that too. They were just running down that cliff all together.
I mean, that would have been an instant wipe if Une doesn't get out the BKB because they had the Aghanim Scepter for the Luna in that same timing. And it's going to get a whole lot scarier because you've got the level 20 talent coming in, the plus 125 Lucent Beam damage. Eight to 14, 3,000 net worth lead still for RNG. Blink for blink. Pasha still going to be caught, though, because there's a force snap up on Setsu that's going to be able to find him. Even if there's no arrow, there's plenty of setup. That's the thing. It's a nice save, though. Look at this. Solo just going for it with the Fiend's Grip there. Immediately, Setsu turns onto him, blinking forward, trying to keep Solo in place. Spots him, and will be able to just rack up intelligence for himself. Still, though, being forced to use that BKB for the 5 position, the captain of Virtus Pro. Maybe it'll secure them in Tier 2, though. Is Ramses.
Top tower is under
I mean, if he doesn't have his ultimate with this Aghanim's build,
are fortified.
Oh, no
He's
one.
not going to be looking for a whole lot of fights. He's going to bait out that bounty rune and see if they can get the relocate. Pasha, oh, tries to go for the call, but Yule Scepter actually out from Lanham. Can he leave himself away? Not a chance. Not with those cold snaps. And look at that. I like this a lot. Whenever these teams have the awareness to be able to go for that fast tier 1 backdoor.
I actually don't think that RNG have enough lockdown. I think they're just going to lose because of it.
I'm beginning to think so too.
Despite the fact that they've had the gold lead, it doesn't really feel like they're like winning.
We'll see what happens here. They're going to have anything to be able to keep Ramses in place so they can Fire Blast of Nice. Setsu coming in from the side. That was really big, the fact they got that big
greedy.
burst damage of that hammer.
He had BKB.
Strike, that one's going to whiff.
I think he just assumed that the OD wasn't going to just like hit him with the hammer like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he had no vision of him either.
They continue to just have that kind of set. That was also a weird situation where, like, again, they didn't have like the Wisp in position to be able to bail Ramses out.
Yeah.
A lot of that has been happening, right? In this
I think
game.
Roger's has been farming a lot this game.
Yeah. Is this? You think this is just like how Wisp is? Like, I've seen Wisp have been farming a lot more than Classic, but this is to a different kind of level. This is the most separated Wisp I've ever seen. You can see RNG really taking a good control of the ward game this time around. I think VP had a much better control over last game. Maybe that's a bit of it. Roger. Not opting for that sustain, is going to go for the heavier damage off the spirits, but is in trouble right now. There's no tether target. That's the thing.
He just, I mean, I feel like I've seen Roger die the same way in the same area
Yeah.
like 4 times, 3 times.
It's just such a weird VP, because I can kind of see how this is also working, because RNG is like, in a way, they're being forced to like run around so much to try and kill these heroes that Ramses is still getting farm and no one is still finding openings.
I think what's happening really weirdly enough is that they're anticipating a fight that's never coming.
Nice. Solo. Dodging the stomp real quickly and immediately waking himself back up with the nightmare. Roger was impressed. Same goes with Pasha in these little plays. I think that's like one of the really feel-good plays is where you're able to split push like that and just see that you forced a rotation, but you still cleared out the creep wave that you wanted to go for. And that's just more time. As a result, Ramses can play a bit more aggressive in the mid lane, knowing that there's a gyrocopter that is currently not a threat to him.
And BKB picked up too.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of BKBs coming in as no one is trying to finish up his right now.
I think once you get oh, another pick.
Activates his BKB, making sure that arrow's not going to have an effect. Afu going down, but again, RNG. They don't necessarily need their Elder Titan to be able to take a fight, but I'm not so sure if they want to go on the Ramses Luna. He's got 2,000 HP, he's got BKB, and on top of that, he's got the Wisp tethered to him.
Ding, 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 motherfucker!
10 to 18, we're gonna have to see if we're gonna have some action around these bounty runes. Or if Monet and the rest of RNG are just gonna utilize this Aegis picked up by the Tricopter just to be able to mow down the objectives and make sure VP can't leave their base anymore. Because it's costing them a lot. The fact that Ramses is always able to farm up these neutral camps and push out waves. He's actually very close to the 20K marker in net worth. Taking out just a little Cold Snap Spirit Vessel combo. Just poking at the gyrocopter, seeing if they can get take away that Aegis with low commitment.
Dude, it's always so scary to go in those kinds of positions. Because if your OD just gets caught in the back line by the axe, dies, there's no hard reset. I hear BKB get pressed.
Yeah. Whoa, whose BKB was that? We'll find it.
It was the ODs.
It was the ODs. Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
And that is rough.
Still relatively fresh too.
But you can, I mean, fortunately because they're the team with the Aegis, they've got enough control just to be able to chill out. Monet, not scared to push out a lane by himself. He figures with the 2 lives, his team can join him. If VP do try and heavily commit. Knowing it, he just clears out this one wave, he'll be able to have his BKB. It's almost there, Blitz. The multicast solar crest.
Does it work like that?
Dude, yes, it does. It's actually insane.
Dang. That's sweet. Oh. Dude, Pasha's had his revenge and sub this game.
Yeah, Pasha's, what a recovery made by him, by the way.
0-5.
When he popped his BKB, when he made that initiation, I was like, whoa. You have a blink blade mail BKB. Good on you, dude. He's really not that far behind this Midas Ogre. And that's impressive. But it's still OD and Gyrocopter. We're pretty healthy in net worth right now. Trying to catch up to this Luna. Ramses, though, has been maintaining a healthy distance. He's about to finish up his Butterfly. That is one of the super effective items. I feel like that's when he really comes online at this point because against the OD and Gyrocopter, especially the OD, right, doesn't want to build MKB.
I mean, I think that's one of those weird things where, like, it just doesn't really do much for you.
Yeah.
Oh, he took the 6-second sacred arrow. I was always sacred.
Yeah.
Sacred arrow cooldown.
Dude, a 10-second, the fact that it's a 10-second cooldown, you could potentially stun someone for 5. That's scary, man. Smoke up from Virtus Pro.
Dire's bottom
But
tower is
RNG,
under attack.
they've